Welcome back to the MMJJC Newscast today. We'll be talking about a couple of stories involving sports.
Here's Julian with our first story on Cristiano Ronaldo.
Thank you, Calvin. Hello, my name is Julian Figueroa, and have you ever heard the name Cristiano Ronaldo? If not, and learn about this amazing football player. Goal! Cristiano Ronaldo strikes again. Who's Cristiano Ronaldo, you may ask? Well, he is just one of the best football players to ever live. He has 807 goals and plays for Manchester United. Brendan won. His 11-year-old son plays on Man U development team, but we aren't going to focus on him today. I will be informing you on Cristiano Ronaldo's early life, how he became interested in soccer, and a new life begins, and some interesting facts. Early life. My first reason for choosing Cristiano Ronaldo is his early life. Cristiano Ronaldo was born on February 1985 in Madeira, Portugal. Story 1. Cristiano Ronaldo was expelled from his elementary school after throwing a chair at his teacher. Standing at 6'1", the skinny Madeira boy is just finished signing his contract for Sporting Club de Portugal, Sporting CP. Kane won. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 2 goals in his debut for Sporting CP. My next reason for choosing Cristiano Ronaldo is how he became so interested in football. Every day he would practice for about 3 hours a day. 10,000 hours equals 3 hours a day, 20 hours a week, and 10 years. Smore 2. He would skip all his meals just to dedicate his life to soccer. Cristiano Ronaldo started playing soccer at 10 years old. He would also sneak into his gym school after hours to lift weights, practice soccer, anything that would help him play the sport. My final reason for choosing Cristiano Ronaldo is his new life. Ronaldo is a multimillionaire and lives in a huge mansion. He was the first winger to earn the Golden Shoe. His first contract was with Sporting CP. He won the UEFA award, which is just another way to say the Football of the Year award. At one of his games, he jumped 0.93 meters high, which is really high. Interesting facts. Here are some interesting facts about Ronaldo. Ronaldo has won the Ballon d'Or award twice. It is really hard to even win one. He was named Best Soccer Player of the Year 3 times, which is one skilled soccer player. He also has his own school called CR7. Ronaldo is the highest paid soccer player in the world. He has no tattoos, and nor does he plan on getting one. The only thing he drinks is water. In a press conference, he turned down Pepsi. He is one healthy guy. More 3. So when you ever hear the name Cristiano Ronaldo, you will think back on this essay. Those facts I informed you on the essay. If you already forget, well then, his early life, how he became interested in soccer, his new life, and interesting facts. I hope someday you watch him play because he is fantastic. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Julian. I had no idea that Cristiano Ronaldo has 807 goals.
Now here is Matthew Case to talk about lacrosse.
Have you ever heard of the sport lacrosse? Well, if you have not, you probably have not been around since it was a thing, or have never heard of it since 11 AD, which I know you were not alive, but still, if you have not heard of it, you probably have been living in a rock for that long. Lacrosse is a sport where you can hit the sticks, and the ball goes in the air, and you try to get the ball in the goal. You can also body the person to get the ball, and there are different types of sticks and different equipment like gloves, helmets, and pads so you don't hurt your hands because the ball really hurts, so you have to wear gear. There are different types of lacrosse heads, and that is what the ball is. That is what keeps the ball in. I mean, everybody knows that, but you can buy better lacrosse heads, and some have different features like early release and more maybe. The mesh is the part of the lacrosse stick that actually makes the ball stay in the lacrosse stick, and you could buy more of everything for a lacrosse stick, and there are different types of lacrosse meshes. There are many different types of lacrosse shafts, and that is the first thing you need to buy to build your own lacrosse stick, because that is what makes everything else on the stick stay, because if you didn't have a shaft, it wouldn't be a lacrosse stick. Well, that was all about lacrosse and what it is about. Thank you for reading my informational essay about lacrosse. Let's go to Mason in the studio.
Thank you, Matthew. I have never knew lacrosse was such a good sport.
Now here's Jackson talking about parkour.
You're driving in the car and you see someone jumping from building to building. You might think that they're in danger or they're going to get hurt, but these people are actually professional parkourists. You might be wondering, what is parkour? Parkour is an acrobat/gymnastic-like sport that involves jumping, running, and finding a path that people would normally never take. Parkour is a new sport with fresh athletes, death-defying moves, and the ability to be done anywhere. There are many parkourers, some are better than others, such as Ryan Doyle. Ryan Doyle is a parkourist from Liverpool, England, and a Korean martial artist coach. He is a world freerunner. Freerunning is a way of parkour. It literally is how it sounds. Like you are running freely. Another great parkourer is Jason Paul. Jason Paul is from Frankfurt, Germany. He was born on March 18, 1991. From that day on, Jason saw the world as a new light. Rooftops suddenly became pathways and obstacles became opportunities for his career and job. To do parkour, you need to learn how to do certain moves, such as balance. Freerunners need to have good balance to do parkour moves successfully. Balance is a momentive movement. The best way to improve is to start small, like walking along a curb. And if you get dizzy easily, you should start by practicing jumping on flat ground with a 90-degree turn. In air, turn your arms and hips, and the rest of your body will follow as you land. Build up from 90 to 720 degrees. One last move you should know is wall running. This is a very easy run towards a wall and put your foot on the wall and push off. You can do this in all different directions to get you into the next move. As you get more confident, you can add in 2 to 3 steps along the wall before you land back on the ground. There are many places where parkour is safe. One place is college campus. College campus make up for excellent parkour training grounds for a number of reasons. Firstly, the space and architecture are diverse and interesting enough to allow for ample experimentation on most campuses. You'll find enough rails, ramps, and stairs elevation changes to keep you occupied for a long while. Security will probably fairly lax as long as you're doing anything too disruptive. They'll assume you're just another extricate student, which may very well be true. Let you also be a lot safer than if you're frolicking around the downtown area of a large metropolitan area. In conclusion, I think parkour is excellent sport because you can be free and have fun. Also, I think it's good sport because you can do whatever you want at countless places. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Jackson. I did not know about Jason Paul and that he did parkour.
Now here is Mason Taylor to talk about motocross.
Vroom, you hear the best sound in the world. Motocross riders are hitting tail whips off ramps and going fast. You're probably wondering what motocross is. Motocross is when dirt bike riders race or do crazy stunts. So now you know what motocross is, so let's get into it. Some of the best riders can do the best stunts in the world. The best stunt devil in motocross history is Travis Pastrana. He did the very first ever double backflip and way more awesome things too. Another really good rider is Roger DeCoster. He has 36 motocross wins, and that is really great. Tricks are really cool ways to impress friends or family. A very easy but cool trick is a tail whip. The tail whip is a good trick because you can do it whatever skill level is you just started or an advanced dirt bike rider. So here's how you do it. You start off by going off a decent sized jump. Then when you are in midair, you turn your bike sideways and then turn it back to have a nice easy landing. Another cool trick is called a can-can right or a can-can left. This trick is pretty easy. All you gotta do is put both legs sideways and bring it back around for a good landing. If you want to start riding dirt bikes, you have to get the right equipment. The main padding is a chest plate. The chest plate covers around your chest, back, and a little bit of your sides too. The next padding you need is a helmet and riding gloves. Also, you would need to get riding boots too because they help a lot with the grip and transitioning. This is optional, but you could get elbow pads too. So now you know what motocross is, and it seems pretty fun, and it really is. But also just remember that you should only ride in places where you're allowed to. Also be very careful where you are riding so you do not get hurt, and I know from experience. Back to you guys.
Wow, it sounds like motocross is really fun, Mason.
Now here's Calvin Clement talking about Tyreek Hill.
Thank you, Mason. Did you know that Tyreek Hill was drafted to the Chiefs in 2016? Boom, the crowd goes wild. The cheetah giving his classic peace sign while running away from the cornerback. He just got the game-winning touchdown. If you were wondering who the cheetah is, then where have you been since 2016? Well, the cheetah is Tyreek Hill, and he is the fastest wide receiver in the whole NFL. Today, I will be telling you about Tyreek Hill's early life, college career, and his NFL career. Tyreek Hill's early life was pretty good. He did good with his grades and started to love football at the start of middle school. Did you know when he went to high school, he started to drink coffee? He was born in Orlando, Florida on March 1st, 1994. When Tyreek Hill was in college, he played for Oklahoma State University. Tyreek Hill had 535 rushing yards, 281 receiving yards, 31 catches, and 2 touchdowns in his college career. He also played for West Alabama in 2013. In college, he also played running back. Tyreek Hill did really well in the NFL. He has played for the Kansas City Chiefs for his whole career. He had over 3,000 receiving yards in only 8 years. He is the fastest wide receiver in the whole NFL. He is the second best wide receiver in the whole NFL. Now you know about Tyreek Hill, you should definitely watch the NFL. Back to you, Mason.
So that is all the time we got for today. This is the MMJJC Newscast.
Hello, I'm Alexis.
And I'm Elise.
And welcome to Beluga News. Today we are going to talk about the incredible Tipton Mastiff, Minecraft building, cats, dolphins, and Megan Rapinoe. First up, we have Julia with the Tipton Mastiff. Take it away, Julia.
You're taking a walk in New York City with your common golden retriever having a nice evening. Then you see a lion walking with a woman. Then you notice it's on a leash. This animal is called the Tipton Mastiff. It is a dog and weighs about 100 through 150 pounds. Today, I'm going to talk about the Tipton Mastiff's history, how to take care of a Tipton Mastiff, and common questions asked, like, is it good for the family? By the way, did you know the Tipton Mastiff has been banned in 3 countries, a state, a continent, and 2 cities? Now let's start from the beginning. The Tipton Mastiff is an ancient breed that existed in Central Asia for thousands of years. The breed was discovered in 1847, and it was brought to England and entered to the Kendall's Club in Kendall's Club study book. This breed was so rare, to buy a puppy, it used to be $200,000 US. No, not yen or euro, US dollars. The dog breed, and along with other dogs, got banned in China for being 35 inches and more. This doesn't sound fair to me. Don't you think so too? The dog breed soon spread to the US, Canada, and South America in 1950. Now, do you ever think of owning one? If you do, this information will gladly inform you. Your Tipton Mastiff has to be social. It will be hard, but then you know that your dog is not anxious around other pets and humans. Now, if you know what they look like, you might get an idea of having to brush them. Well, ding ding. They need brushing a minimum of once a week due to their large mane. Now, this dog breed's teeth is easily affected by tooth diseases, so you need to brush their teeth at least twice a week. Now, it is obvious they need healthy bodies because of their size, so be sure to keep them on healthy diets and good food. Now, the common question is it good for your family? Now, this question is based on its age. When you adopt a young one, it will adapt to the family's lifestyle, but sometimes, or most of the time, they can be a little too aggressive. The Tipton Mastiff does look like a friendly giant, but it is willing to kill you. If you treat it wrongly, the breed will especially get annoyed and probably attack, especially with the vet or caretaker. So in my opinion, if you want this dog breed, you'll have to give this dog some respect. They're also not really friendly with other dogs. They may ruin your home by shedding everywhere. Now, every time you think you see a Tipton Mastiff, aka a lion, aka Tipton Mastiff, you will start to think about their history, their hard caretaking needs, and the work of keeping your dog social and kind. Now that you know this information, you can inform people of having one, or if you want one yourself. Now I have to go back and convince my mom to get a Tipton Mastiff.
Wow, great job, Julia. I've never heard of that breed before. Now we're going to hear about Minecraft building with Elise. Start it off, Elise.
Hi, today we are going to be learning about how to build a Minecraft basic shelter. The steps to your shelter are finding a location, getting the materials, building, and decoration. Once you have all the materials, you can have a great time building and decorating your new shelter. The first thing about building a basic shelter is location. Here's a list of all the locations: plains, sunflower plains, ocean, mushroom, taiga, snowy taiga, swamp, snowy mountains, jungle, desert, forest, extreme hills, snowy plains, and more. The easiest two to settle in would have to be between plains, sunflower plains, or a forest. After considering the list, make your choice. Material. After you choose your landscape, you need to get some materials to make sure you have the following: wood, cobblestone, sand. After you acquire all the materials, you need to make an outline of how big you want the shelter to be. Now that you have everything, you can start the fun part. First, make a furnace and cook some sand. Then you need to make hollow spots for windows and cover everything else with wood planks. Fill the windows with freshly smelted glass. Then make stairs. When you're done making stairs, you need to make a roof. Afterwards, take some wood and make a fence. This is a little extra, but you can if you want. Decoration. Now that you have all the necessities, you can work on decorating your base. First, make a table. Take a pressure plate and a fence post. Then for the next decoration, you need clay. Make a flower pot. Then take some wool and make banners. Add any other decorations you might want and have fun. Goodbye. Now you are an expert at making Minecraft basic shelters. Share this with all your friends and have fun exploring wonders that Minecraft have to offer. Enjoy the tips. Good luck.
Great work, Elise. I can't wait for when I get home and try all these tips after this.
Now let's hear about my personal favorite of the episode today, cats. Take it away, Grace.
Did you know that a group of cats is called a clouder, or that a group of kittens is called a kindle? Well, even if you didn't, now you do. Cats are great pets that are easy to take care of when done properly. I will inform you on black cats, and some interesting facts I bet you didn't know. Like, did you know that cats are not natural carnivores, but they can eat a little bit of food that isn't normal for them once in a while as a special treat? So what are you waiting for? Scroll down to be informed. Did you know black cats mean good luck in some places and bad luck in others? In China, they say black cats ward off evil and a blessing to have. Black cats are very cute and I've always wanted one. Many people believe they bring ill luck. However, a black cat is traditionally said to bring good fortune too. In the United States, India, and a few other nations, seeing a black cat is considered bad luck. Cats are cute and adorable creatures. I don't know where I would be without my therapy cat, Cookie. She's not my cat, but she still helps when I need her. Cats are felines. In some ways, they're just like their ancestors. Did you ever wonder about the myth that cats have 9 lives? Cats have amazingly fast reflexes and can swiftly get out of the way of any incoming objects. They can jump extremely high when they need to, and their excellent balance allows them to jump onto a tiny ledge without preparing first. They can accomplish these tasks in near darkness with their excellent eyesight. They have a natural gracefulness about them. Since they can move and react much faster than humans, it's not hard to understand how some of their escapes can be unbelievable, leading to a belief that they actually used up one of their lives and are continuing on. I've mentioned some facts about cats already, but don't worry, I have tons more, Like, cats are felines and carnivores. They're adorable, but you should have already known that. Cats are one of, if not the most popular pets in the world. Cats and humans have been associated for nearly 10,000 years. They conserve energy by sleeping on an average of 13 to 14 hours a day. A male cat is called a tom, a female cat is called a molly or a queen, while young cats are called kittens. Cats can be lethal hunters and very sneaky when they walk on their back paws that step almost exactly in the same place as the front paws did beforehand. This keeps noise to a minimum and limits visible tracks. Cats have a powerful night vision, allowing them to see at light levels 6 times lower than a human needs in order to see. Did you know that cats also have an excellent hearing and a powerful sense of smell? Older cats can sometimes act aggressively towards kittens. Domestic cats love to play. This is especially true with kittens who love to chase toys and play fight. This is when they are fighting, but they aren't harming one another and playing at the same time. Play fighting among kittens may be a way for them to practice and learn skills for hunting and fighting. On average, cats live for around 12 to 15 years. Scientists have confirmed that cats are really better than dogs, at least from an evolutionary perspective. A ground study of 2,000 ancient fossils reveals that the cat family have historically been much better at surviving than the dog clan, and often at the latter's expense. Now that you know all about cats, black cats, and some kittens, cats are amazing animals and are great companions without needing as much care as other animals such as dogs. The next time you see an abandoned cat on the street, adopt it and see how easy and simple cat care can be.
Well, Grace, that was such amazing work. I never knew that cats are one of, if not one of the most popular pets in the world. Next is Alexis, who will be informing us about Megan Rapinoe. Take it away, Alexis.
Imagine being a 3-time Olympian and earning 1 gold medal and 1 bronze medal. That's how good Megan Rapinoe is at soccer. Megan has been playing soccer, since 2009. That was 13 years ago. That's only counting the years after high school. Altogether, she has been playing for 34 years. Megan also has been in the USWNT for 15 years and is the best women's FIFA player in 2019. Today, I'll be informing on Megan's family, career, and Megan today. Family. Megan was raised by her dad, Jim Rapinoe, and her mom, Dennis Rapinoe. She was born on July 5th, 1985. Megan does not have a small family. She is one of 5 kids. Megan grew up in Redding, California. She has a twin sister, Rachel Rapinoe, and on top of that, she has 2 siblings from a previous marriage. Career. Megan's career has been nothing but phenomenal. Wearing her jersey number 15, Megan has a gold medal with a 2-1 victory against Japan in the final. Megan also won 2 World Cup titles and an Olympic gold medal. Megan went to college at a University of Portland in 2005. Now, Megan is unsure about the future and needs to take time to think. Megan is currently engaged to WNBA Sue Bird. On top of that, Megan and her team also won a game 4-3 with Australia. Today, Megan has a net worth of $3 million. So next time someone asks you, do you know who Megan Rapinoe is, you can tell them about her family, career, and Megan today. Who knows, maybe Megan won't even retire. Let's hope so.
Awesome, Alexis. I never knew much about Megan Rapinoe.
Now let's hear about the adorable marine animals, dolphins. Take it to the ocean, Lily.
Do you know there are 5 different types of river dolphins? River dolphins live in fresh water. A type of river dolphin is the Amazon river dolphin. They are also called the Bado and the pink dolphin. They live in Colombia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, and Bolivia. They are endangered species. The pink river dolphin has a torpedo-shaped body. It has a small head with a big, long snout. Their snouts help them get food from the mud at the bottom of the river. The pink river dolphin has skinny snouts that are about 2 feet long. These dolphins have small eyes, unlike most dolphins. The Amazon river dolphin does not have a fin on their back, but only small bumps. They were born with gray skin. As they get older, they can get pink skin. They can live to 12 to 18 years. They also swim 18 miles per hour. The Amazon river dolphin can grow up to 6.5 feet and weigh up to 220 to 440 pounds. The Amazon river dolphin eats 50 kinds of fish, crustaceans, crabs, prawns, and fish. The pink river dolphin is an endangered species. Some of the fishermen use the river dolphins as fish bait. There are people and fishermen that kill the river dolphins because the dolphins eat fish, the fish that the people want. Also, the river dolphin can accidentally get caught in fishing nets made for smaller fish. I hope I can get to see an Amazon river dolphin someday.
I never knew anything about dolphins.
Thanks for tuning in on today's episode of Beluga News. I hope you enjoyed hearing about the Tipton Mastiff, Minecraft building, cats, dolphins, and Megan Rapinoe. Welcome to Beans.News. Today on a lovely Thursday, I have Rocco with me. Take it away, Rocco.
Thanks, Colin. Today I'm going to inform you about building in Minecraft. Picture this, you spawn in an infinite world with everything you'll ever need. But watch out, because when night comes, so do monsters. You need a nice sturdy home, a castle even. So what are you waiting for? You only have 10 minutes. In Minecraft, the world is endless. Building is one of the things you can do in the video game. There are many things you can build, but the most popular are castles. Today, I'm going to inform you about building castles in Minecraft. Okay, first thing you need to do is find a nice spot of large land, possibly a medium-sized island. Yeah, let's say it's an island you're spawning, right on the coast. Okay, now you need tools. Now that you have tools, you can work on a camp. Nothing fancy, a dugout spot and a hill would work. You're probably thinking, why would I need this if I'm making a castle? Well, because making this castle is going to take some time. So you'll need that hole as a base of operations kind of thing. Nice. Now that you have a small base, you're going to need a lot of materials, like a lot of materials. These stacks of cobblestone would work amazingly well. You're going to have to find a cave for all that cobblestone. After you find the perfect cave, fight off all the monsters and claim whatever you need. Okay, now the fun part. With all that cobblestone, you're going to plan out your build. Only the bottom part though, just so you know where to build. And remember, leave some space outside the build. Other than all of that, go crazy. So now we actually get to build this thing. But first, more material gathering. Woohoo, I can tell you're not excited. So first you need to figure out what material you're going to use. Sandstone, stone brick, etc. Whatever you use, get a lot of it. So let's just say you decide to use stone brick. To get stone brick, take any leftover cobblestone and throw it in a furnace. Once all the cobblestone is done, put it in a 2x2 square and boom, you've got a stone brick. And now get building. This part is for you to do whatever you want to do. You've probably heard somebody say this, but I'm going to say it anyway because I can. Details make the difference, and a big one at that. Now you can totally add details on your build, maybe a mix of blocks, some trapdoors, flowers, bone meal, grass, flowing wheat fields, the list goes on and on and on. But what about bigger things like, I don't know, a bridge? I mean, you're going to need a way to your island anyway, and there's no better way than a bridge. When you make your bridge, try to stick with the same blocks you've been using so it matches your theme. Other than that, you can pretty much design it however you want to. But if you want to make it more realistic, you can add big posts to the underside. After you make your bridge, make a cool gateway onto the bridge, add some lighting and final details, and maybe rail tracks, and you're done. So now you know almost everything about building in Minecraft, whether it's small details, finding the right spot, planning your build, or even building a bridge. You're sure to remember everything you read about to build your next fortress. And just in time for nightfall too. Well, as you watch the mobs try to get you, you can just sit back and relax. Well, see you next time.
Wow, I didn't know all that. I'll have to try that in my next Minecraft world. And now Colin. Oh, you, Colin.
Hello, my name is Colin Hussey, and today I'll be talking about supplies you'll need for YouTube. YouTube was released in 2005 and you still don't have a channel. You want to create one? Well, of course you can. You're going to need some supplies. I'll inform you on the supplies you need. You have the option of being a faceless creator. You probably don't know what a faceless creator is. If you don't, I'll tell you. A faceless creator is a person on YouTube that doesn't show their face. People that are faceless creators usually don't get as many subscribers or likes from their videos. And they also don't get as many views. They don't get as many views because they don't show their face. And if they were reacting to something, you wouldn't see the reaction on their face. If you're going to show your face, then you need a camera. You have a few camera options. You can pick these cameras that you probably already have. You can use your phone, your laptop, your iPad, tablet. The best camera to record on would be the Sony ZV-1. It's a very high quality camera. Next, you're going to need a microphone. Some people don't use extra microphones because they record on devices that already have microphones, but it's recommended that you buy a higher quality microphone. Some good microphones would be the Shure MV7 podcast microphone, the hybrid USB/XLR microphone, the Blue Yeti X microphone, the best microphone for podcasting, HyperX SoloCast, the best budget microphone, Rode NT USB Mini. You're also going to need some software. Some software I recommend is CapCut. CapCut is great for editing videos. I use CapCut for editing videos all the time. The results are amazing. You can also use filters on the camera app that it comes with. It even comes with a fat face filter. CapCut is great because if you forgot to record something, you can do it without closing the app. Yes, you do have to close out of the project to get to the camera. So next time you make a good YouTube video, you know that you need to have a camera, microphone, and some software in order to make a good YouTube channel. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Wow, I didn't know that you needed all that stuff for good videos. And hey, now I have Paul here with Connor McDavid.
Thank you, Rocco. Today, I'm going to give you information about Connor McDavid. Do you know who Connor McDavid is? He is one of the greatest hockey players right now. Connor McDavid was born in Richmond Hill, Canada on January 13th, 1997. Connor McDavid started playing hockey at the age of 3. His dad was a hockey coach, and his older brother Cameron also played hockey. Connor played hockey with older children than him, and his skill kept improving. He attended McDonald High School as a senior. McDavid almost went to Boston University, but he didn't go. Instead, he decided to go to the Toronto Hockey League to get more experience. Connor went to the OHL, the Ontario Hockey League, and was drafted into the NHL. Connor McDavid plays for the Edmonton Oilers, the NHL team, and he was drafted onto this team in 2015. He is 6'1", 6 inches, and he weighs 193 pounds. He shoots left-handed, and his position is at center. As a center, he takes the face-off, and he plays left and right on the ice. Connor has 526 face-off wins and 42 goals. He has 43 penalty minutes this season. He's the captain for the Edmonton Oilers, and he's been the captain for 6 years. His jersey number is 97, and he happened to be born in 1997 too.
Wow, that's a lot about hockey that I never knew. And now, James with Kirby.
Thanks, Rocco. Today, I'm going to talk about Kirby. Have you ever heard of Kirby? Kirby is a video game character. In 1992, Kirby first came out in a game. It was called Dreamland, and it came out on the Game Boy. Masahiro Sakurai created Kirby in 1992. Kirby is in 32 Nintendo games. Kirby is in his own manga series and anime books. In 2022, Kirby The Forgotten Land came out on the Nintendo Switch. Kirby lives on planet Popstar in the country called Dreamland. Kirby has a dome-shaped house. Kirby saves Dreamland from evil things in his world. He protects the Waddle Dees, Bandana Waddle Dee, Bandana Waddle Doo, and King Dedede from evil. Kirby has friends within the game. Some of his friends look just like him but are different colors. They are red, green, blue, orange, purple, yellow, gray, white, and black Kirby's. Kirby also has a lot of enemies. King Dedede is in every Kirby game. He is sometimes nice and other times evil. Kirby has a lot of powers. Kirby has an elastic body. Kirby can stretch himself and open his mouth to inhale enemies. Kirby can flatten himself and inhale objects. Kirby can flap his arms, can fly by flapping his arms. Kirby can fly like a balloon. Kirby can inhale a gulp of air to float. Kirby saves Dreamland. Kirby is a round character like a ball, but he has arms and feet. He has small dome-shaped arms and red feet. His body is pink. He has oval white eyes and a small mouth. He has dark pink cheeks. Kirby is soft, cute, and powerful.
Sadly, that's all the time we have for today. Bye.
Welcome to Capper News.
I'm Aubrey O'Donnell.
And I'm Katie Mullen. Today we have Alicia talking about One Direction. Take it away, Alicia.
Have you ever heard about the pop boy band One Direction? One Direction was made up of 5 members. The members are Harry Edward Styles, Louis William Tomlinson, Liam James Payne, Niall James Horn, and Zayn Gerard Malik. The band formed in London, England in 2010. Each member started out as solo performers on the talent show X Factor in the United Kingdom. Auditions for the X Factor Season 7 took place from June to July 2010. Harry Styles was 16 when he auditioned. Louis Tomlinson was 18, Zayn Malik was 17, and Niall Horn was 16 when he auditioned. Liam auditioned twice, once when he was 16, but he didn't make it and decided to try again in 2010, and he made it when he was 17. The judges cut them from the show, but Simon Cowell, one of the judges, recommended they join together as a band. They practiced together with Simon Cowell and came back on the show as a band. Harry Styles came up with the band's name. They sang Torn by Natalie Imbruglia for the first time ever as a band, and they took their place on the show. Their first album was called Up All Night, came out in 2014. Social media helped them become popular. When they went on tour and performed live concerts around the world. Their second album was called Take Me Home. They had 5 albums altogether. Zayn pursued his own solo career in March 2015. The other 4 members stayed together. Today they are no longer together anymore. Wendy was their nickname.
Next, we have Katie talking about back tucks. Take it away, Katie.
You're flipping in the air, but you don't know how to land. If you have done a tuck on a trampoline, you kind of get the hang of it, but not fully yet. I've done cheer since I was 3, and I have just begun with my career. These are my 3 steps on how to get a tuck. 1. Before tucks, like back handsprings, walkovers, and kickovers. 2. How to tuck. 3. Add your new skill to other tumbling. To do a tuck, you need a lot of trust in yourself because you're going backwards in the air. Before tucks. For most competitive athletes, this is an absolute must. You need a back walkover before back handsprings. Then once you get a back walkover, you have to master the back handspring before anything else. Once you can do a standing back handspring, you can practice your round-off back handspring. When you're doing a round-off back handspring, try to get a lot of power from your round-off. It will help you to push off the mats with your hands when you're upside down in the back handspring, but the most part is to try to keep your arms as straight as possible. How to tuck. While standing, bend over into a tuck position and put your hands on your shins. Now tilt forward as if you were going to fall on your face, but at the very last second, catch yourself with your hands. Now go back into a tuck position and grab the back of your legs. Now tilt forward and try to catch yourself at the very last second. This time you'll notice there's about a half a second of a delay in speed. It was much harder. Add your new tuck to tumbling. First you have to start standing straight up, then go into a power hurdle. A power hurdle is when you jump far to get a
get power before you get into the big tumbling. And then you round off from your power hurdle. After you round off, you have to do a back handspring. And the most important part is after a few seconds before you land, you need to squeeze your legs so hard. It will help a lot when you tuck. When you're doing your back handspring, make sure you bend your legs when you land so your tuck is high enough. When you feel like you're falling towards the ground, use your core muscles to pull up your chest so you will stand and land. My favorite tumble pass is a running power hurdle round off double back handspring tuck. My favorite thing about it is that when you go for your second back handspring, you get a lot of power from your tuck. If your coaches let you do that, you will get maxed out tumbling points. It's way better for spring floor because you will get a lot higher for every tumbling skill. That's how my team got first place in nationals. In cheer, if you are level 4 or 5, you can do basket tosses, but instead of going up, you could do tucks, fulls, twists, etc. And if you don't have your tuck yet and you still can do that, then you'll get it fast because you've been doing it in the air, but not on the mat. If you are an all-star cheerleader like me, then you'll have to travel many different places. The reason I'm an all-star cheerleader is because of my tumbling. The judges told my coaches that I belong in an all-star cheerleading team. They also said that out of all the cheer teams they have seen, my tumbling was the best out of other teams' tumbling. Tumbling takes a lot of practice. It's not always going to be perfect. So now you know the basics of how to get a tuck. Remember to follow these instructions when you're going for a tuck. Who knows, you could become the next Gabby Butler with her amazing tumbling skills. But just remember, your tumbling isn't always going to be perfect. It just takes time and practice.
Oh, I didn't know Katie knew so much about back tucks.
Next, let's play into Aubrey talking about gymnastics.
You're on bars and putting chalk on your hands. The judge salutes and says your name, Aubrey. You also salute back. You glide and get onto the bar and soul circle. You're holding your breath and waiting for your score. 10. You may be wondering what a soul circle is or what a glide is. If you want to know, keep listening to find out. Tatiana Gusteau won 1992 all-around gold for her team, beating Shannon Miller by 12 thousandths. Tatiana Gusteau won silver on bars. Alaya Mustafina won a gold medal on bars. She blew out her ACL at the 2011 European Championship. It seemed as if she wouldn't be able to compete in London. We wear leotards because that's all we know to wear. It is a safety precaution because if you were to just wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt and you went to do beam, you may trip over your sweatpants, and if you don't trip then, you may trip when you vault because you have to run really fast to get over the vault table or vault mat. If you want a good score in your competitions, you might want to wear a leotard because it could get you style points taken away if you don't and decide to wear jeans. Here's a list of some moves on bars with a bit of description. Some mounts on the bar are pullover and glide kip. A pullover is where you swing your legs over the bar, and glide kip is where you put your feet under the bar and swing without letting them touch the ground, but then let them touch the bar and put your feet on the bar and swing up to a hollow hold. Some circle elements, which are usually in the middle of your bar routine, are the back hip circle, where you just go around the bar with your legs straight. A back giant is where you go on the high bar and keep your arms straight in a handstand type way and go all the way around the bar. A free hip is where you do a back hip circle, but your hips don't touch the bar. Some dismounts are a flyaway tuck, which is where you do a back tuck, which is a backflip, off the high bar. A soul circle is where you put your legs in a straddle on the bar and fly off the low bar. An underswing is very simple. Your legs are straight and you go under the low bar. All of these seem very fun, but I have not done all of them in my time of doing gymnastics. Now that I've informed you about tricks on the bar,
our uniforms, and famous bar gymnasts. If someone asked you conveniently who beat Shannon Miller by 12 thousandths, you will know it's Tatiana Gusto. I have done gymnastics since I was 2 or 3, but I'm just getting started on my work. I'm still hoping I could get to diamond at the least in my years. Hold my word on that. I can tell I will be a very good bar gymnast, and I will blast through all of the levels. I'm already at silver. It's looking good for me beyond right now. All of these great gymnasts did not get their skills over one practice. It takes years, months, and a lot of effort and perseverance.
Oh, I didn't know it was unsafe to not wear a leotard.
Next, we have Peyton talking about lacrosse positions. To you, Peyton.
Penalty, you hear a referee say to a midfielder for shooting space. Wait, what's a midfielder? What's shooting space? Well, I am here to answer both of those questions. First, in lacrosse, it's pretty simple. There are 4 positions on a team that are all equally important: midfield, defense, attack, and lastly, goalie. Each one of them have certain rules, and I am here to explain each and every rule. First, I'm going to talk about my favorite position, midi. Now, if you hate running, I would not recommend playing midi. When playing midi, you play all positions but goalie, so you do a lot of running. Unlike the attackers and defenders, who are just held to 2/3 of the field, the 3 midfielders have the ability to move throughout the entire field. This gives these players the ability to participate in the offense and defense. Middies also do something called a face-off. These start at the beginning of the games. They place the ball in the middle of the line, separating the 2 halves of the field where 2 middies standing getting ready to take the ball. Now moving on to defense. In contrast to the attackers, the 4 defenders work with the middies to prevent the opposing team from scoring goals. Most youth defenses play a man-to-man defense, meaning each defense player marks one opposing offense player throughout the whole position. Next, attack. Attack is a lot like midi, besides it can only be on 2/3 of the field. The main job of these 4 players is to score goals, spending the majority of their time in the offensive 2/3 of the field. These players run the offense. With the help of the midfielders, they work to create scoring opportunities for their team. Finally, there is the goalie, who stands in the crease. The goalie is the only player that is able to touch the ball with her hands, but she may only do it while inside the crease. Once the goalie gets control of the ball, she has 10 seconds to either pass the ball to a teammate or to run it out of the crease herself. Goalies also have to wear a lot of gear. A helmet, chest protector, throat guard, leg pads, gloves, and a mouth guard are all required to be worn by the goalie during play. Now you know all about lacrosse positions and how to play or set up your own in your backyard. And whenever you're watching a game, you can think about all the positions and understand what's happening. Maybe watching a game will let you see which positions are your favorite. Is it midfield, defense, goalie, or attack?
Oh, I didn't know Peyton's favorite position was midi.
Next, we have Raylan talking about a Marvel character. Take it away, Raylan.
You're about to learn about a crimson giant. Some would even say he's a human juggernaut. He is the juggernaut. What is the juggernaut? He's a fictional Marvel comic book character. His real name is Kane Marko. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, he is in the X-Men comic books. His first comic book appearance was the X-Men number 12, July 1965. This villain also appeared in some movies including X-Men The Last Stand and Deadpool 2. Vinnie Jones and Ryan Reynolds play the Juggernaut in the films. Kane Marko is always the Juggernaut. He is 9 feet 5 inches tall and 1,900 pounds. He has blue eyes and red hair. He wears crimson maroon armor. He's very strong. The crimson gem Sidorak gives him his powers. So you may be wondering how, as a young man, Kane was drafted into the military service. Kane deserted under fire during a mission in Asia, and Kane went into a cave that housed the lost temple of Sidorak, a powerful mystical entity. Then Kane unearthed the Crimson Gem of Sidorak. When someone finds another Crimson Gem of Sidorak, Juggernaut turns back into Kane Marco. The Juggernaut destroys almost everything in his path. He runs into things and throws things. Sometimes he works alone, and sometimes he works with other villains. So this is all about the Juggernaut. Going back to earlier, he appeared in the X-Men comic books and was in just a couple of movies. Now you know about the Juggernaut. P.S. The word Juggernaut means a huge, powerful, and overwhelming force.
Back to you guys in the studio.